Have you ever noticed that some people are always broke, yet they have all the time in the world? And some other people, they are living quite a comfortable, okay, barely there life, but they are always rushing, always in a hurry, always tired, always busy, stressed, choke for their head. And then you see a different crop of people, calm, confident, composed, coordinated, building. And yet the money just keeps coming. It just keeps coming. This last particular category, it's not luck. It's not even also. It is a level. Today I'm going to show you the 4 different levels of wealth. And not just what people have at different levels, but the way they think, the way they see and interact with money, the way they spend their time, and the general money habits they possess. You see, the way a person spends his time and his money tells you the level of wealth he operates on. And that particular person's habit determines which level the person operates on. Pay attention, because by the end of this, you will know the exact level you are on, and you know exactly what it takes to move. The first level is level 1, the broke category. And before you click off, before you lose interest and scroll to the next video, I am not here to shame anybody. I am simply here to be surgical, to tell you exactly where the problem is and where to tackle it. Because you see, broke is not just a bank account. It is a mindset and a habit. It is a pattern. And I'm going to show you exactly what broke looks like from the inside. In this level, your income reflects in your lifestyle, the quality of school your children can afford if you're a family person, the kind of clothes you wear, the kind of places you can go to, the kind of accommodation you get, even the kind of wife you marry. Your choices are very limited at this point. And life is literally just living from hand to mouth. You simply struggle to pay your bills. You get debt, pay your bills, then get paid for a job, and you struggle to pay the debt. Then something comes up again and you're back to taking another loan, and the cycle continues. It's a horrible phase to be in. In this kind of phase, if anything can ever happen to you and you get admitted to the hospital and you have to raise a sum of 2 million naira, is at this phase, is at this phase that you just know. See, you just begin to write your will, and it's not even a serious will. All you are just is you are sharing your shoe between your 2 children. And I'm just trying to make light of the situation. It's a very horrible place to be in. And I afflicted. Now, the people operating at this level have an abundance of time. Time is not a problem. They always have time. You have plenty of time, morning, afternoon, night. Time is not a problem at all. What most people don't realize is that time is the raw material for creating income. But the people at this category, they have an abundance of time that is spent not producing anything. They are not exactly lazy. They are not exactly wasting away their time. But most of the time, these people don't engage in any high value, high impact creation with their time. So the particular use of their time is displayed in their bank account. And this is why you see these people living life on zero. Why? The problem with this level is that the value they bring and contribute to the marketplace of life, either in their place of work, either in the marketplace where they work with their skills, they always contribute a common level of value. Either they engage in the marketplace based on their strength in terms of laborer work, they are working as security guards, they are working as laborers at the construction sites, or they are doing just basic rudimentary skills that operate at a common sense level, or maybe a level just above common sense. They did a bit of apprenticeship, but nothing too serious, just a bit of learning how to add this and that to create something small. Now, this does not seemingly look like a problem, but it is. Because they engage the marketplace with a common level of value. What they do is easily found and is easily replaceable. And according to the law of economics, scarcity is what creates an increase in perceived value and therefore an increase in price. Meaning, the more difficult it is to replace a particular value contribution, a particular skill level, a particular solution procurement, the more worth is placed on that particular value contribution, and by the reason of that, the more income that particular value generates. But since they operate at a common level, a lot of persons are at this level, They are easily replaceable, so they are on the lowest rung on the ladder of income generation. They get paid basic wages. And in a country like Nigeria, where it's a T-paid economy, I cannot explain further. You understand what that means? Where you see somebody work for a full month and his salary is 35,000 naira as a married man with family. The first time my brother told me the amount in terms of salary that the guards in my estate get paid, I could not believe it. Confirming from them, hearing that they were paid 35,000 naira in a month. These people are family people. They have kids, they have children, and they get paid 35,000 naira. That is the only work they do. They work morning shifts, night shifts, 12 hours of security duty, and they get paid that amount. It's unbelievable, but the reason for that is because you can easily replace them. The value of contribution that they bring to the table, it's on the lowest rung. Energy based and it's common sense based. It doesn't require any specialized skill. No special packaging, no special presentation, all the exact same skill. So you can only create a very small amount in income. You're not bringing a scalpel to the marketplace, you're bringing a machete. And the difference between a scalpel and a machete is that one is specialized. It takes specialized training to understand how to properly utilize a scalpel in the process of surgical operations. But it only takes common sense to swing a machete. And there are millions and millions of people who are actively swinging a machete. Unfortunately, the marketplace does not pay a premium for machetes. Now, the money habit at this particular level is debt. And not good debt, bad debt. It is not debt that is a strategy. Debt can be used as a strategy to grow a wealth empire. Most Fortune 500 companies that run have a debt equation in their books. But that's not the kind we're discussing here. I'm talking about bad debt, a cycle of debt. Debt is practically a lifestyle. They borrow to survive, they get paid their income, then they use that income to pay bills and clear debt. Before the end of the month, the entire money is gone to the borrow again. And it's that constant cycle of borrow, get paid, pay bills, new needs, borrow again. These people are the constant customers of Okash or cooperative society. They are the ones you see that agents are chasing up and down that don't like to pick strange numbers. If you understand this thing that I'm saying, yeah, it's suspect. Now that's on a lighter note. But this kind of life, it's not living. It's literally not living. Your life is literally on a treadmill. You are moving, but you're not going anywhere. You are literally stuck in a pit. You're not even in a rat race. You're stuck in a pit. Now, the second level is the average or the managing. This is where most people live. On the surface, these people look comfortable. They look okay, kind of. And this is what makes it the most dangerous level. Because it feels normal. It feels okay. Here you have enough time. You're not drowning. You have some skills also, not bad skills. Pretty okay skills, but you're just average at the skill. It's an average skill and it's presented in an average way to an average market. At this point, you're not struggling, but you're not building either. This phase is slightly better than the previous one. Here, you have slightly better options. You can afford better accommodations. You don't dress bad at all. And if you're even materialistic, you save up to get some fancy gadgets. You chase the big boy life. Save up severally to get clothes that you obviously cannot afford. Gadgets you obviously cannot afford. And night again, you take the gadget as the sacrifice for those fancy toys you're getting. But at least you can get them. So it feels much better than the first level. You are not really struggling to get by. On a deeper level, you are. But on the surface level, looks like you're okay. But you're not really building anything. The money level here is also identical to the first level. Only that there's a little bit more of a breathing room. Here, you have enough to pay your bills. You will save a little. But here, you save to spend. So you save to get some fancy new gadgets, save to get some fancy new dress, some fancy new toys. That just makes you feel better about your life. I know I'm not trying to make you feel miserable. Just stay with me. So it's an example of getting payment, paying bills, saving a little, then spending the savings. You know, during the holiday, or for a friend's who and their ceremony, or it's a new phone, new dress, new this, new that, new toys. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong in enjoyment. Come on, I like ABBA. Now you enjoy. It's important to enjoy. But at this point, the savings is not greed. It's just being kept to eventually disappear. So you gather small, then it eventually disappears. Then you gather small again, disappears. It's a cycle of gathering and eating. Gathering and eating. There's no multiplication. What you have here is not a pool. You don't have abundance here. All you have is a bucket. You are filling a bucket, but there's a hole in that bucket. So as you fill, it literally leaks out. The reason you are engaging the market with an average level of value. You have something worthwhile doing. Probably you're a fashion designer, you're a content writer, you're a graphic designer, you're a video editor. You have an okay technical skill, but you're just average at it. Or you are perceived to be average at it. There is no positioning, no organized brand building around it. All you just have is just a technical skill, then you get an employment, or you get a few gigs to run. And eventually, at the end of the month, you get an okay, barely okay amount of money. The life moves on. What is lacking at this phase is proper presentation of value, proper packaging, and definitely a income growth or income scaling system. And I'll get to that. Now, the third level is the okay, comfortable level. Now we are finally getting somewhere. At this level, something has shifted. You've gotten specific. You've gotten specific about the problem you solve. You've gotten specific about the quality of value you bring to the marketplace. At this point, you're positioning well. People know you as a source for a premium solution. So you get paid well. This is the point where most people who use the term founder or entrepreneurs are. They have a specialized skill, they found a big market, and they positioned well to maximize that market. So there is an influx of people placing demands on their value, on their skill, on their products, and income flows in because of that. This is what is missing in the second level. Proper positioning, a community that knows you as the source for this specific solution that they need. That has been well built. That has been well built. So money easily flows in. But this is the problem at this level. Time disappears. You get busy. Legitimately busy. Because now you're the one doing the work. Yes, and the money is coming. But you're doing the work. If you stop doing the work, Scalpel is waiting at your doorstep. This is right around the corner, just waiting for you. So you can't stop. This is the rat race position, where you are chasing to come to a point where there is enough. There is enough, but you cannot stop chasing. Because once you stop, you're back to barely enough. Yeah, you use your time to make money. You pay your bills, and you save the rest. But you still save the rest to spend it later. Now you can afford a bigger house, a fancy car, fancy wardrobe, fancy hairdos, fancy gadgets. You can afford them now, comfortably buy them. But your life is not comfortable. You literally don't have the time to do the things you really enjoy doing. What you must realize is that comfort is not a destination. Comfort is a trap. It is a trap dressed in nice clothes. When you come to that point where your income seems to be stable, it is not becoming abundance, but it is more than enough to handle your needs. This is the point where you must do everything to move to the next and final stage. Level 4. This is the Odogu phase. Here, you are actually wealthy. What you have here is surplus. You have abundance. And this level is fundamentally different from any of the levels I have mentioned in the course of this video. Here at this level, you don't engage the marketplace with a premium value. You engage the marketplace with a compendium and accumulation of premium value. Let me paint a picture for you. The American classic Suits is one of the best examples of this arrangement, featuring the best cricketer in the city, Harvey Specter. Now, Harvey seems to be the star of the movie, with definitely Mike Ross being his sidekick. But what I want to point attention to is the system around Harvey. Harvey is an excellent player. Famous quote, don't play the game, play the man. But what makes him successful, what makes him at the top in what he does, is the team he has around him. He has the ever-efficient donor who anticipates his needs as a secretary before he even thinks of them. Before he even thinks about them, he has anticipated that need, provided the solution, and made it available to him. He has Mike Ross, a premium talent, expert at research with a photographic memory, and hyper intelligence. And yes, a will to match is strong-willed. He also has Louis. Yes, I know Louis can be, well, Louis can be Louis. Devious, ugly, I didn't say that. And mean, very brutal sometimes. But yes, when it counts, he comes to the rescue and he makes a difference. And there's also Rachel, the paralegal. Efficient at organization, very thorough, very deliberate to the point, and solution oriented. That is the level 4 mindset. It operates on team. So each person contributes a premium solution or a premium value that is then presented as a whole, a compendium or a accumulation of premium value to the marketplace. And definitely the level of premium they get to charge on a much higher level than any of the other levels. So you have 24 hours in a day times the numbers of people in the team. You have expertise, premium expertise, high level expertise multiplied by the numbers of the people in the team. You have smart minds, sharp minds that take initiatives multiplied by the number of the people in the team. All of this come together to provide one specific powerful premium solution that compels a premium high reward in terms of income. Here at level 4, you are not the one doing all of the work. You work with a team. You leverage other people's time, other people's expertise, other people's talent. You simply become the visionary, the pioneer. Then you build a team of high contribution, high value individuals, experts. Each one of them is best at the class at what they do. And you don't stop here. You also build a community. These are not just people singing your praises. These are people who have the need that your team solves. These are the people who would pay you premium because they have a burning pain. They have a real desire for whatever it is your team provides. These people eventually become your driving force because they reward you for the value you contribute, the value you bring to the marketplace, your community, the people in need of the solution that you prefer. You have to build them. You do the work of building them while also building your team. Then these people will reward you for the value you contribute. These are the people who give you referrals, bringing other people to benefit from the value that they have tested themselves. Your community eventually becomes your tool for distribution, your referral, and your proof of concept. They are the proof that what you have, the value you prefer, works. Now, this is the most important part. If you need to get a pen, get a pen. Just ensure you jot this particular thing I am going to say down. Write it down. Wealthy people are oftentimes not the most talented people in the room. Harvey Specter does not know the law like Mike, but he gets the raw blueprint from Mike, the specific law equation for that particular problem they are trying to solve, and he packages it and presents it in an extraordinary way. Mike does the extraordinary job of finding the argument. Harvey does the extraordinary job of presenting the argument. Packaging it, presenting it in a foolproof way that has the most impact and effect. And he doesn't just do that, he also sells it to the right market and at the right price. So 4 basic things: packaging, presentation, the right price, and to the wealthy market. This is the gap between level 3 and level 4. It is not skill. It is not competence. It is presentation, packaging, team, and community. And the money have it here. Wealthy people don't use their income to pay bills. They use their income to buy assets, to buy or create assets. That asset now generates more income. Then that income eventually pays the bill. So the money, it grows like grass. All they do, literally, is they direct. The money and their team does the work. You only direct. Now, by now, you should already know the level you are on. Now, if you are on any of these levels, aside level 4, you're on level 1, you're on level 2, you're on level 3, and you're looking to build and come to the point of level 4, I'm going to give you a 3+1 step framework that will move you from whatever level it is you are on to level 4. You see, knowing the levels is one thing, but knowing how to climb from one level to the other is another. So here are the 3 steps plus 1 that you must initiate. Step 1, find a pain within a crowd. See, not just any problem. I'm talking about a major pain that is connected to a primal desire. Human beings, since the beginning of time, have been driven by several primal basic instincts, desires, and urges. You have the urge to survive and to live in freedom. This is what connects to the desire to get wealth, because wealth gives you the ability to survive. You can afford housing, food, clothing, shelter. And not just that, you get to make choices. So you are free. You are free to make choices. Choose between options. Wealth. It solves the primal desire for survival and freedom. The second urge is the urge for intimacy. This is where the beauty industry is formed, because this has to do with attractiveness, has to do with guys learning how to be charismatic, how to carry yourself, how to own your space, how to literally build presence. Confidence coaches operate on this need, as well as a multi-trillion dollars industry, beauty industry, is built on this particular urge. The fourth urge is the urge to actualize. This is the urge to become a person of impact and influence. The urge to be successful, the urge to be famous, the urge to be popular, to become one of the happening persons. And finally, there is the urge for preservation. This is where the health industry comes in. Fitness, protection, longevity. This is where they come in. See, these are not trends. These are not niches. These are primal instincts that are hardwired into every human being on the planet Earth. At least every normal human being. So when you're looking for what to build, either it's a business, a product, or a brand, don't look for what is popular. Instead, connect to this primal urge and find what odds. Find where it odds. If you're already building a business, a product, or a brand, or you're looking to render a service, ask yourself, is the pain my brand, product, or service solve connected to any of these urges? What is the connection between the problem I solve and the four basic primal urges? Identify that connection. If there is no connection, you need to pivot. Find a new problem or a new pain that has that connection. If that connection does not exist, there's no market for your brand, no market for your product, and no market for the real marketplace in this world. It revolves around these urges. This is how you find a market. It's not based on your village people, the people you have in your community, your friends. No, it is finding a crop of people who are already bleeding. They have a burning pain. They are already searching for a solution, already ready to pay for relief from that particular pain, that particular struggle. This is exactly where you start. Step 2, find the specific struggle and build the solution. You see, the urge for survival and freedom or control creates the desire for wealth. So money is a desire or a product of an urge. Now, under this urge or desire, struggling to land clients, attract customers, and scale your income is a struggle. Preservation is a primal urge. So health, staying healthy, is a basic desire. Staying healthy is a primal desire. I keep losing weight while trying to get fit, and getting it back in 3 months is a real struggle. I am uncomfortable with the way I look. I want to enhance my look. I want to enhance a certain part of my body. You understand what I'm talking about already now? That is a struggle, while the basic urge is attractiveness, the desire for intimacy. Your focus should be fixed on the struggle that is linked to a primal urge. And your solution, either it is skill-based, meaning you teach them, you show them, or you do it for them in terms of strategy or mentorship or consultancy. Or it could be product-based in the sense that you create the tool or the product that helps them achieve their goal or get out of that struggle. Either way, your solution must be specific to the particular struggle. It should not be general. You cannot say, I help you with your finance. No. Focus on, I help you attract and increase your customer base. That is a real struggle that a business owner would have while trying to sort his desire for money, which is definitely the urge for survival, for freedom, for control. Your solution has to be surgical, precise. Step 3 is build community. This is the step that most people skip, yet it is the one step that separates the people who are thriving from those who are just barely comfortable, even from those who are struggling. You see, the difference between people who have a particular skill or a gift or a solution and are excelling, they are recognized, they are rewarded, and they are valued in a premium perspective. And the other category of people with that same skill, gift, or solution who are barely trying to get by, it's not competence. It is not a competence gap. It is usually the fact that they lack a community of people who are willing and ready to purchase. They lack a community of people who are interested in the particular solution. They have a need, they have a real pain that solution solves. So before you start selling anything, start gathering people. And I'm not talking about followers and likes and all of those vanity metrics on social media. I mean real people. People who feel a specific particular pain. People who are already searching for a particular answer. People who, when you speak to them, they'll say, yes, yes, yes. Understand? You're talking to me. You're talking to me. That is community. It is not just distribution. It is trust at a scale. When you build a community, you don't chase clients. You just announce your solution and they come to it. Step 4, which is the final step and the plus one, is sell. Yes, sell. And this is where most people in level 3 leave money on the table. You see, people who have a specialized skill and make okay money, but they don't have abundance yet. The money never choke. You know, there's still so much of struggle and so much of demand on the time. They even have money, but they don't have the time to enjoy that money. This is the one mistake that they are making. They have the skill, they have the competence, they have the solution. And sometimes they might even have a bit of people who need the solution they are offering around them. But they present their solution or their product like a commodity. So the market treats it as such. The missing link is selling. And selling means positioning, packaging, and presenting. Positioning is defining who is this product or service for, and why are you the one to deliver it? Why should they trust you? Why should they get your solution and not other alternatives? Packaging is how does it look and how does it feel before they even get into using the product. What does it look like? What perception does it create in their minds? And presentation is about how you make the right people, your target audience, feel about your solution. How do you make them feel this particular product, this particular service is tailor-made to you, to your need, to your pain, to your struggle? This is what every level 4 person does. They take a great solution and they dress it in a way that commands a great price. The market does not pay for what it cannot see. So they make it visible. They make it undeniable. They make it feel expensive. Because it is. That solution is worth the amount. So they charge the worth of their solution. They don't undercharge. So here's your map. Find the pain. Ensure it is connected to a primal urge, a real human instinctive desire. Locate the specific struggle linked to that primal urge. Then build a specific solution for that struggle. Importantly, build a community. Before you need to sell, build a community. And finally, position, package, and present your solution properly. Present it like the level 4 you are becoming. Like the wealthy person you are becoming. 4 levels, 4 habits, 3 steps. Well, plus 1. And the only question left is, what are you going to do with this information you just received? Because information without action is entertainment that will lead to stagnation and eventually frustration. And you did not come here to end with frustration. You came here for the transformation, to take action. You get it? My name is Mal. Subscribe to this channel and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.